To the court now, where a private legal practitioner, Kwame Fosu-Jiabo, has filed contempt application against the Chief Justice, the Judicial Secretary, and the General Legal Counsel for allegedly disobeying the orders of the court. The applicant was in May 2023 suspended for 12 months by the General Legal Counsel for professional misconduct. Hansen Ajiman reports.
According to a writ cited by Citi News, this case involves an appeal to a decision of the Disciplinary Committee of the General Legal Counsel. The lawyer, Kwame Fosu-Jiabo, filed an appeal at the Court of Appeal to suspend the enforcement of the decision of the General Legal Counsel until a final determination of the matter. In his contempt application to the Supreme Court, he explains that his plea was granted by the Court of Appeal and subsequently upheld by the Supreme Court upon further appeal by the General Legal Counsel. He, however, claims that the General Legal Counsel has since not communicated the suspension of the disciplinary ruling despite requests from him. He further claims that the General Legal Counsel, in what he believes is contrary to the decision of the Supreme Court, has in February this year instructed all courts not to grant him audience. He's thus praying the Supreme Court to hold the Chief Justice, General Legal Counsel, and Judicial Secretary in contempt, as he believes they have violated the orders of the court. Meanwhile, at the Human Rights Division of the High Court, a case involving Charles Pisiu, former secretary to the now defunct Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining, and the Office of the Special Prosecutor was adjourned to April 17, 2024. This because the case is yet to be assigned to a new judge following the retirement of the judge who used to preside over the matter, Justice Nicholas Abodakmi. The case was earlier adjourned on February 21 due to similar concerns, but when the parties appeared in court on Monday, lawyers of Charles Pisiu and prosecutors from the Office of the Special Prosecutor were informed that the case has still not been assigned. The case involves a judicial review application where Charles Pisiu is asking the court to, among other things, quash an arrest warrant issued against him by the Office of the Special Prosecutor, quash a notice said to have declared him wanted by the office, and to prohibit the anti-graft body from issuing further arrests pending the determination of the matter. Also at the High Court, lawyer for Nana Appiah Mensah Kwame Ekufu accused the investigator in the criminal case against his client of knowing next to nothing about the case. This is in reaction to testimony by the investigator DSP Charles Nyako that Nana Appiah Mensah engaged in deposit taking contrary to directives from the Bank of Ghana. Kwame Ekufu, during cross-examination, accused the investigator of being oblivious to the facts of the case based on his responses to questions under oath. The investigator and his witness-in-chief claimed that communications from the Bank of Ghana to the accused person and his company, Men's Gold Ghana Limited, suggested that the central bank had warned the accused persons to desist from engaging in deposit-taking ventures without a license. The investigator claims that Nana Appiah Mensah, however, formed Brew Marketing Company to circumvent the directives of the BOG and continue with his deposit-taking activities. But under cross-examination, Kwame Ekufu sought to suggest that the communications referred to from the Bank of Ghana did not mean his client was engaged in deposit-taking. The investigator, however, disagreed with this view, explaining that the history of operations of the company since 2013 until its closure in 2018 suggests it was involved in deposit-taking. He further clarified that depending on the kind of activity being undertaken by a company, it is possible for the activity to be under more than one regulatory body. The counsel for Nana Appiah Mensah further suggested that there is no evidence that the investigating team took any statement from an official of the Bank of Ghana. The witness answered in the affirmative, but explained that the request from the CID to the Bank of Ghana received a response which showed the position of the Bank of Ghana on the matter, but counsel for Nana Appiah Mensah inquired from the witness to point to any document on record that shows the correspondence on the matter. The witness, who could not point to any such document on the face of the record, however, insisted that such a correspondence exists but was not included in his witness statement. Kwame Kufu then suggested to the investigator that there's no evidence of such correspondence on the record because the investigator knows next to nothing about the case.